Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios.
Tag us in your makes.
We love to see what you're making.
We're very sociable.
Follow us to stay up to date with everything new at Tonic Studios. Find us on Facebook,
Twitter,
Instagram,
And YouTube.
stay up to date with Tonic Studios.
by subscribing to our mailing list.
never miss a video.
Like,
Subscribe and hit that notification icon.
Have you got a question for us crafters?
Let us know in the comments.
Subscribe to the Tonic Craft Kit
and get 10% off every order.
Every order.
Have you got a big order?
Pay in instalments using ClearPay, ShopPay and PayPal.
Need to know when your favourite products are in stock?
Click notify me when available and we'll let you know.
Can't wait to get a die set?
Click notify me when available, we'll let you know.
Visit the Tonic Studios craft room for inspiration.
Information and tutorials.
All in one place.
Looking for a freshly launched product?
Head to the new launches tab on the Tonic Studios website.
Don't forget that. Camera's going on. 10 seconds left. And everybody can hear me, and we're on.
Hello, how are you?
Hello and welcome to Tonic Studios. Wow, the 10 seconds was suddenly 2 seconds. Then
That went
was,
woof,
yeah.
didn't it?
10 seconds, he says, and we're on. What? That was not 10 seconds. Yes, welcome. Hello. I love that we're so prepared for every single one of these.
Well, we've just been herring around looking for cardstock.
Haven't we just? So, welcome on in. I'm Leo, for those of you that don't know. I'm here today with the lovely Alison.
Hello.
And currently we have Crafty Simon behind the camera.
Who's not going to say hello?
Apparently not, no. There may be a slight change of cameraman partway through. We'll see what happens. We may or may not have Cam a bit later. So,
You can only hope so. It's a disaster already.
it's fine. Now I can hear myself in the room. Oh, never.
Simon.
That's so bad. So welcome in, everyone. I hope you're having a lovely Tuesday
Oh,
afternoon.
Lordy.
It's going to be one of those kinds of shows.
I think it is. I really think it
Let's
is.
say some hello. So we've got Christine Greenhorn is here. So hi from a wet and miserable Scotland. It's pouring with rain.
Oh,
here too.
it's not good,
We've
you.
had weather warnings for the amount of rain that we're expected today. So that's all joyous, isn't it? Regina is here with us saying, yay, I made it. I actually made it. Well done. Congratulations.
Glad you're here.
Kaz is with us. Christine is saying it's the first time she's doing one of our Craftalong, so she hopes it's a nice sedate pace, so she'll be stuck to her table in no time. It is
Oh,
very sedate, don't worry. There's no rushing.
once you've got the main part together, it literally is. You go to, you just put it whatever you want to. It's your style.
Absolutely. Yeah, nothing too taxing and nothing too quick. Don't
Oh,
worry.
heck no.
Nobody panic.
No.
So Mo is here with us, Linda is here, Stacey is here. She's saying it's the first time that she's catching a live since she's been subscribed, and she loves the notification that you get. She needs to do this more on her own channel, so you never miss a thing.
lovely.
Exactly. Notifications are the way forward. You definitely don't want to miss when we go live.
No.
Because
you never know what's going to happen. That's the reason.
Jeanette is here from a snowy northern Illinois. We've not got that far yet. We're just still in the cold rain.
I think if it's over with you, it'll probably come to us though, won't it?
Oh, more than likely. More than likely. Isabel is here with us. We've got Snowdrops here. Lois is here from Florida. Cam is saying that Simon said he was okay to cover the whole live, but now I'm thinking I might actually have to come in. Oh, okay, so we're not having a change of cameraman. I love that I know this before it happens.
It's the making a bad job of something so you don't have to do it trick.
Right, I do that with the washing up.
Well, that does
done
not
washing up,
work
so-
in my eyes. You have more
yeah.
practice.
I like your thinking there, Cam. I hope your home is warmer than our studio is all I'm going to say there.
It's a
Anchor's
little
here
bit
with
chilly.
us. Beth is here. Les is with us. Carrie. Gisela from Kent is joining us as well. Welcome on in, everyone. It's lovely to have you
Wow.
with us this afternoon. I know it's a very odd kind of a time. We're around lunchtime in the UK and it's quite early in the morning over in the
Yes,
US.
you probably haven't slept very well over in America.
No. But we've got a lovely little craft along for you today. Our kit craft alongs, like we say, they tend to be fairly simple, fairly sedate, nothing too stressful. It's a nice bit of chill, quiet crafting.
Absolutely. You know that bit of afternoon crafting, chill out time, cuppa, biscuit. That's what this time
Wedge
is
of
for.
cake, if that's
Oh, where's mine? Where's mine? Where's Sharon with the coffees?
Oh yeah, we could do with the cuppas today, couldn't we?
Could you with the hot chocolate with the marshmallows here today?
We've got some marshmallows upstairs.
We have. Oh, Sharon,
There she
you
is.
never
Yay.
fail.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
Well timed, very well timed. Shall we have a look first of all then at the kit itself and see
Yes.
what we get?
The kit is still available. If you
Yes, it
haven't
is.
ordered it or subscribed, why not? Why not?
Yes.
Because if you subscribe to the kit, you can have a monthly subscription or a quarterly subscription, but you get 10% off everything else on the website. So
definitely worth
why
doing.
haven't you?
Absolutely.
Or you can just buy one-offs. As the mood or the pocket works, you just dip in for the odd one.
And we have confirmed before we went live, we do still have one-offs available in both the UK and the US. So if you just want to get this kit, if you don't currently want to look at a subscription, it is still available to do that way. And it is still available to subscribe. So if you subscribe between now and the 18th, it will be this kit that you get as well for your first kit. So yes.
Excellent.
Let's have a look then. So this is the leaflet. I'm going to have to be very careful with this kit because it has to go back in stock. So this may be your kit. You get your
Do you know we put a
lovely-
little note inside?
Oh, happy craft. We should. We'll probably
We
post it
should.
in. So you get your lovely little leaflet. It gives you a couple of inspiration ideas. You've got the list then of everything that is included and some more information about the kit itself. And I'm going to keep that there so I can remember what's in the
And
box.
this is our Coral Skies trend as well.
It is. It's our little trend sneaky peek.
Absolutely.
It's like a Karen and Al sneak peek, isn't it? It's not really a sneak peek.
But if there's stuff that you really like in this kit, it's going to be available on the website in a bigger version as well.
yes, it is.
So that
indeed.
may be worth looking at.
So, in the lovely little grey bag, my favourite part of the
Love
kit,
that.
you are getting the Coral Skies double-sided patterned paper. You're getting the full-size mica mist. This is in Moonlit Ocean, and this is your
Gonna need
kit
to give this a
exclusive for the Coral Skies trend. So this is technically only available in this kit. So if you want this, you need to grab it. We have the Coral Skies washi tape as well. Lovely little range of colours in here.
It's
so
lovely,
you
isn't
can,
it?
if you haven't seen this already, Coral Skies is a lovely array of corals and pinks and navy blue.
Yeah.
It's a lovely colour palette that we have really enjoyed working with.
We have. And we've used it a lot, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
We've used it with other colours from our normal palette. We've mixed and matched. We've used it as it is. We've used these a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. you'll probably see in the next few months different things that we've put together with the trend.
Absolutely.
We've then got a crystal drop. This is an ivory seashell, one of our very favourite crystal
Love
drops.
this one.
It's
Love
the
it.
metallic version, so you've got that nice sort of pearly sheen in there. Perfect for making pearls, but also seashells and things like that.
Absolutely. If you used to buy the stick-on pearls, this is the colour you want, because these look exactly like pearls. If I bring this forward and I hold it up, you see the dots going up there? They are your ivory seashell. So they are your perfect pearl colour.
Continuing then with what we get, so you've got a lovely mousse, embellishment mousse. This one is in Mother of Pearl. So we've got that. And then we have a little sample embossing powder here. This is the new colour Coral Chic that comes with the trend. So that is all of the little Nuvo goodies that you get. Shift them out of the way. We then have the dies and stamps. You've got your die set here. So you've got these two lovely big circles here. So you've got one that's stitched and one that's dotted. You've got the bottle. You've got a couple of different dies for doing the waves. You've got a boat. You've got a dolphin. You've got various seashells and bits of
palm trees.
Yeah.
Lots of shells,
seagulls.
birds. Again,
fish.
I feel as though I've said this a lot lately. One that's suitable for the boys in our lives.
Yes, definitely, especially. So my stepdad is very much into lighthouses and all things nautical from that sense, and my dad is a maritime archaeologist, so you know, perfect for me.
Perfect.
One kit, 2 stones.
Don't go stoning them now.
You also have a matching stamp set. So you've got a couple of lovely little sentiments on here. So a message for you. Thinking of you, there's no one I'd rather sail through life with. So glad I found you, and best wishes. And then a couple of little nautical icons in there. If I put that there, probably
that's like the Blue Peter ship.
It looks exactly like the Blue Peter
ship.
I was trying to think what it reminded me of.
Yeah, the Blue Peter ship.
You've got a compass and chain, an anchor, a couple of shells, and some seaweed in there as well. Or coral. Yeah,
could be coral.
Could be. And then finally in your kit you have
gorgeous, gorgeous papers.
Beautiful papers in this. So these are your trend papers plus a couple of extras. So we have the gorgeous sugared coral glitter card. Look at all the colour and the sparkle on
beautiful.
Love, love, love. We then have
this is a favourite of mine.
Coral luster. There we go.
I'm glad you know all these.
I've got it here.
Ah,
I'm cheating.
Cheating! That's not good.
A lovely new pearlescent card. This is coral luster, so a beautiful, bright,
love it.
Orange toned coral colour, and that one. This gorgeous new colour. So this is Peer View. This is a new classic card, and it is darker than our current navy. So between black and our current navy is where you would find Peer View. Beautiful colour. Let me grab the other new ones here. So we've got this beautiful, beautiful, I think my favourite mirror card.
It is lovely.
This is Italian Rose, and I'm trying to get it to actually show the colour it is and not just reflect all the lights in the studio. Very hard to
It's
get
a very rich pink, this is, isn't it?
Should we try that one? Is that, there we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So it is a lovely, rich pink mirror card. Absolutely
it's probably
beautiful.
the other corner.
This one, some more here.
Yeah.
It's real colour, something like that. There's too many lights in here. It's very hard to get the right colour for mirror card.
It is.
And then the last one is a new specialty card. This is Flanders Blue. So it's a slightly, almost like a satin finish or a matte finish. No, not quite matte.
It reminds me of a crushed velvet.
Yes, there we go.
You know when you rub your hand over a crushed velvet and you get all those different textures coming out?
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Or as Karen said, it's like when you wax on but you've not waxed. Oh no, it was you, wasn't it? When you wax on but you've not waxed off.
It was me or Karen.
So when you put furniture wax onto something and you haven't buffed it off yet.
That was a Crafty Kit.
What's up?
Crafty Kit reference.
That's it.
Exactly. And then we have a couple of our existing colours then to kind of fill this out. Exactly. So we have a sheet of ivory white. a sheet of pistachio green, we've got some denim blue, and a sheet of vellum as well. And this is the 100 GSM vellum.
It is, it's the white.
thin one. I'm trying to find it on here. Pure white is what that
I've
is.
seen it somewhere.
So that is the contents of your kit this month. Well worth it.
And
Beautiful things.
This is what I created with it.
Exactly.
Had a little play and came up with a hanger. And I thought this would be lovely. I think this time of year you tend to feel a little bit cold, a little bit missing the sunshine, planning for next year's holidays, and just thinking of warmer climes generally. So this did it for me. I have added in a little bit of jute and some craft card. And that is all I've added into this. Oh, and obviously a clear mark pad. But everything else is in your kit. So where do we start? You should have had a cut list. If you were subscribed, you'll have had a cut list. But I'll show you exactly what I've cut anyway. Let's start with the frames. So I have 2 of the circles in denim, 2 in pistachio, and then I think it's 8 in the craft card. But if you look at the back, I've used packaging. So you're not going to see these. No. So you could use cereal boxes, have a look in your recycling, what have you got in there. These were the envelopes, you know, the thick card envelopes that come through your post. That's what I've used for these. And we've got 8 of those. And so obviously to create these circles with the cutout, you're going to use your 2 circles from your die set. And then we have 2 circles of vellum, just cut with the outer die, the bigger of the 2 dies. So it's the one with the large stitch. So first thing we're going to do is a little bit of spritzing. So I've got with me a box. Oh, I have a die in the box as well.
That one ran away, did it?
My dolphins escaped.
Oh dear.
How often do you hear that?
Every day, obviously.
So, get your mica mist, give it a little swirl. Have a little look on the bottom as it mixed in all the colour. Yeah, I think we're pretty good there. And give it a little spritz. So I'm going to... There we are. And I'm going to leave that to dry. So it does want to ping a little bit.
Good old vellum.
It does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on one side and...
Bit of mousse on the other.
And that on the other. There we go. That'll be fine. So we'll hold that down flat. Now, oh, as it rolls over. Right. Now we can start gluing. So we are on to our 8 layers of card. So separate them into 2s. Because you've got 2 for the front of the top, 2 for the back of the top, same for the bottom.
And this is just basically to give it that kind of structure and rigidity, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get my glue together. So Nuvo Deluxe as always for me. Give it a little bit. I did have it on its end when I was dropped. I need to bring another glue bottle down because this one is
Running out, are we?
running out a little bit.
Imagine us running out of glue.
Well, can't be having that,
Can't be having
can
that,
we?
exactly.
Can't be having
So
that.
there's a lot of love for Coral Skies happening in chat. I can see that everyone is loving the
Lots of
trend
oohs
so
and
far.
ahs as well.
Christine is saying that she doesn't have twine, so she's using the string that she hangs pictures with. This
That's
may go
fine.
probably wrong. I don't think it will. Anything.
It's not going to.
No.
Not going to at all.
And we've actually doubled or quadrupled our twine up.
have.
So yeah,
I have, so you can do exactly the
same.
same. So glue these. What I would do, if I had a bit more time, I would glue these together, put them under a weight, so you keep them nice and flat. We haven't got that luxury at the moment, But once you've finished your make, you can pop your whole make underneath something.
Mo was saying that this kit was the first time they've used vellum.
Oh, lovely.
Well, we love vellum for lots of
We
different
do.
things.
You'll have a bit left over with this.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful for making flowers.
Yes.
Add a little bit of ink along the edges and it is stunning. So there we are, there's the next one.
I like to add shimmer powder to vellum if I'm making flowers. I like the fact that it crinkles and kind of screws up when it gets wet. I think it adds texture to the finished flower. And then you get all that nice little spots of colour from the shimmer powder as well.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, I could have glued a couple of these, but I wanted you to do it in the same time as me. So not for you to think that I've jumped ahead.
No,
We are all doing this together.
Make it all down here. And so Beth is saying that her family had a sailboat on Lake Ontario and she loves sailing.
Oh, lovely.
And Mo's dad was in the Coast Guard for 30 years. He retired a Commodore in the Great Lakes. Lovely. Lots of water babies then.
Yes. There we go. So that's number 3 together. And then we'll do the last one. Well, I grew up by the coast. I was born in the Rhondda in Wales, but I moved to Devon. And that was, you know, every day you were down by the beach. I absolutely loved it. My mother wasn't so fussed, mind. She thought it was a bit quiet in the winter because all the holiday makers had gone home and it was quieter. And then we came back to Wales when I was 4. But I did manage to have a gorgeous Devon accent. It was a bit of an OR, and they didn't really know what I was saying when I went to school either then. But it didn't take long before I picked up the same lingo as everyone else.
Yeah, lots of people say that I have assimilated and I now sound very Welsh. My family mostly say that they can hear the Welsh coming out when I start talking on camera now.
I don't think I can't fail to pick up a little bit from everybody
I
else.
mimic, I think. That's the problem.
I do as well. Okay, I'm not going to put the outer edge on yet until I know exactly where everything is going. So I'm going to sandwich my vellum in between the 2 layers. So one of these layers has got a plain vellum, which is the top one. If you hang this in your window, then the sun would come through it and you would have a beautiful scene. Because I'm sure it would chase around your walls and things.
I'm sure it would.
And the sun would come through the vellum as well. So a little bit of vellum. There we go. If your circles are not perfect, at this point, I really would not worry. You've got your twine that's going to go around the outside, so it's going to cover any problems. So don't worry about it. Bit more glue again. And we'll sandwich the 2 layers together. Am I going too fast?
Yeah, let us know if you are crafting along, if you need us to pause at any point, if you need to catch up, or if you'd like anything explained, then do let us know.
Because we can always go through some comments or...
So Raquel is saying that she was born in sunny Puerto Rico.
Oh, lovely.
And the nautical theme is very popular there, of course, but she's now living in cold New York and they've already had snow.
Wow.
I can't believe we're at that point in the year already. Where
I know. I don't know where this year's gone.
No,
though.
I don't.
So give it a good press. And this could be the start of any project. It could be a single frame. If you don't want to do the 2 frames here and you want to stop at the single one, then that's fine as well. This could be an embroidery hoop.
Yep.
So you could do exactly the same on an embroidery hoop.
I guess think about other die sets that you've got. If you didn't want to use the kit dies, if you've got, you know, a stamp club, for example, or anything like that, you wanted to do little scenes in the pictures. You know, this is a great basis for a lot of different projects.
Do you know the one that's just come in my head is the kit with the little watering can?
Yes.
because
Yeah,
you could have a
that'd be
flat
nice.
watering can with all the flowers around it.
That'd be nice.
That would be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Okay, so now I am going to bring in, oh, you know when you do things and you think maybe you shouldn't have done them?
Oh dear. That's fine.
There we are.
Do you want to give it a bit of heat?
I could do, couldn't I?
Just
Yes. So this is my vellum that I spritzed.
oh,
What's
flick the plug on there. That's it.
There we go. It doesn't take long for it to dry. And if you do have a few smudges, they don't matter either. And even if you've got a bit of a curl, it'll be sandwiched, it'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to do exactly the same as we did on the first one. Bit of glue. I probably could have done with the glue without the fine nozzle for this, but horses for courses, isn't it?
It's what you had to hand, so that's what
Exactly.
we've got.
I think that's a hint that we need to have a fine nozzle and a normal on the desk.
So Carrie is saying that she's just watching, but she loves the idea of spritzing the vellum and sandwiching it between the two circles. Yes. So it's a great way to flatten it back out again if
Absolutely.
you have had a wrinkle.
You may get a little bit of a wrinkle, but I don't think that's an issue.
Christine is blowing on the vellum to try and get it to dry.
Okay, so we'll pop that down. If you find that you've got maybe a little bit too much on one side of your circle, you can always chop that off.
Can you spritz it and then cut it out?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can do that. We just wanted to show all the bits that we do, the whole story.
Yeah, if you are spritzing a full sheet, you can tape it down to your glass mat as well.
Yes,
That's
you
always a
can.
good idea. It helps to stop it rolling quite so much.
There we go. I think I may have a little bit, it's so tiny, I'm not going to bother. Sometimes we don't glue everything perfectly straight.
Michaela's saying it would be amazing with some glimmer paste splattered onto it. It would.
Absolutely.
Anything with a bit of shimmer. You know, we're like magpies, honestly. Anything with a bit of shimmer splattered over the top of a project.
Yeah.
Looks lovely. I've been working with sparkle spray upstairs today.
You have. The other thing you could do is take a bit of the embellishment mousse,
Yes.
water it
that
down and splatter it with a brush. Pick it up with the brush and then knock the end of the brush, so that will splatter on top then. So that could be another alternative. Oh.
Or the drops as well. You can water your drops down
Yes,
too.
you can. You can. That's something I never tend to do, but certainly something to try, isn't it?
Michaela's saying bling bling, baby. Absolutely. we love a bit of bling.
There we go. So give that a little press and make sure everything is stuck. There we go. That gives a gorgeous pattern in there, I think. Right, now I'm going to put my colours on because I know my plain one is green because it's the top and it's the land.
Do you want to put these on first? You can sandwich them.
Ah, good thinking, Batman. Good thinking.
There's a reason I'm here.
Yes, there is. The back one I can do though.
Yes.
I can put the back on.
Exactly.
Good job you said that. Do you know, she remembers my project more than I do.
Well, I remember only because you said upstairs, I should have stuck that one after.
Yeah.
So we're trying not to recreate the same mistake.
That's very true. That is very, very true. Okay, so how are you all doing? Are you...
Yes, for those of you that
Are
are
you
crafting
okay?
along, are you keeping up? Are we going at a sedate enough pace for you, or are you now glued to your table? Please send us an SOS if you can, if you need assistance.
That bottle will bob along here. Lovely little message. There we are. Got to the end. Okay, so this is going to be the back of my project. There we go. That's it. And we'll turn this one over and we'll do the same with the denim.
So Murray's saying, could we wish their son Brandon a happy birthday? Of course we can.
Oh, happy birthday,
Happy
Brandon.
birthday, Brandon. Hope you're having a brilliant day.
Hope Mum made you a card.
And Teresa is joining us from Italy as well. Welcome on in,
Hello.
Teresa. Nice to see you. Stacey's saying that she loves that both of our tops are quite similar. Yes, so she's crafting along but making as she goes, and will add her own insides as she doesn't have the kit, but she's got the big circles. Nice.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's it. So this is just a basis that you can use for anything that you want to make a little hanging
Absolutely.
diorama of.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be the seaside theme. And Teresa was saying that her kit hasn't arrived yet, so she'll rewatch this when it arrives.
Lovely. It's got a long way to come to you, Teresa.
This is very true.
There we go. So that is the back of each of the projects. There we are. So that is kind of where we go in with it. What do I do now? Shall I put the code on? I'm trying to have a little think. Or shall I put some of the waves? I may put the waves on next. So let's get all the waves out. So in your set, if I bring these out, there are 2 waves. No, they're not on there. They are on here. I've lost my palm tree there.
And there's your errant dolphin as well, so we don't lose him.
Escapee, you know. So we have 2 waves. One bigger, one littler. But when you cut these out, look at your waist. My palm tree's getting attached. That's your waist. Well, you can't throw that away, can you? You're going to use that as well. So there's the 2 that you're going to use. Where's the waist for that one? I think it's...
Did we keep that one? I'm not
Maybe
sure.
I didn't. No, maybe I didn't. I think I just kept the big one. Yeah, that's all right. We'll just use that.
Well, you did have your
I
centre.
did
and
have
there we go.
it. Right. So, what are we going to do with these waves? I kind of wanted that little bit of a wavy sheen on them. So, just like that, see?
Oh, that's funny because Simon's just done this at me in the background. There we go. That's why I'm laughing. Honestly, filming with Simon is never dull, is it?
Oh, last time we had a strip, this time we're having a wave.
I'm not doing every word you say.
It's too blinking cold for that, eh?
Oh dear.
Okay, so there's my waves. So my waist, I am going to trim the top off the both of them and the bottom. You just can't waste this.
Oh, absolutely not.
And then, so we're going to kind of plan what are we going to do with these. So I'm going to have something along that line. It needs to be a little bit longer, so we'll pop that there. So that's my long wave. Then we'll have another one then to go behind, which I've already got there. So I'm just doing a little bit of planning now of how I'm thinking they're going to go. And then I have another wave then, one of the smaller waves that I can pop along the bottom. And that is my plan for the base, for the under the sea. So my plan for the top then, we will go with the other waves. We'll have that one there. Then we'll have a couple of navy ones on top. And then we'll go with, should we have that one on top of that? There we are. So that is basically where I'm going to go. That's my planning. Obviously not in place. So we're going to put a little bit of mousse onto each of them because we want that little bit of sheen. Now I probably should have brought a spatula with me, but I didn't. So don't look, right? Don't look at this bit.
Oh, I would have done it this way anyway.
Don't put your finger in your mousse.
No?
No.
Well, no, probably you should dig some out and put it on the mat and then
Exactly.
put your finger in it. Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I'm thinking. So imagine that's the spatula, right?
And we haven't just put fingers in the pot.
I know. So a little bit of mousse just popped over the top. I may need to go and look for a baby
I'll grab
wipe
your
after
baby wipe.
this.
It's fine. I can go and do that.
Possibly should have done that first.
I'll grab my all-important cue card when I'm up.
There we go. So literally all I'm doing is using my finger, popping it, put as much or as little as you want. I'm covering it all. We've got a lot of, what's the foamy bit in the waves called? Surf? No, what's it called?
I guess it would be so.
Is it surf? Is that what it's called?
Isn't it the break?
Is it the break?
break.
I don't know. It's the white bit. You know the white bit you jump over when you go into the sea.
The caps, wouldn't it? That's what a lot of us call them.
Is that what it is?
But I don't know if that's the technical term. I found you another glue, but it's another one with a nozzle on it. So
Oh,
I
it's
should put some
alright.
help, sorry.
That's okay. No problem.
Wet wipes.
I've done all these and I've just realised they weren't the ones I was putting on the top. But never mind. We may add some more.
So we've got a couple of people saying, so Christine, I don't even know how I would pronounce that word. Spoom? Oh, that is the word apparently. Spoom or foam or snowdrops is saying white horses, yes.
White horses,
White horses.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I've got lots on my waves because it's a really...
It's a rough day, is it? It's a bit of Welsh coast.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're off the coast of South Wales. It's got to be rough.
So Sharon is saying if you cut the waves in red, orange and yellow, it would look like fire. It would.
It would, yes.
much so.
This one definitely would. What a fabulous one.
Raquel is saying this would be great for a Moana themed birthday. You could just have some more colours. Yes, it would.
Yes. Is there a Moana dye out there or papers out there?
Bound to be.
Because I know there's like Disney princess things, isn't there? So there must be a Moana.
Okay, Christine is saying she's lost. So is it waste on the bottom and other stuff on top? Entirely up to you, Christine. You can choose
Doesn't
which
matter.
parts of the waves you like the look of the most.
I have put waste on the bottom, others on the top. But that is my preference. There we are. And again, you could just put your mousse on the top of the waves. I've gone over them all. What are you laughing at?
He's doing mousse actions now.
Oh,
We've had the wave, now we've got the mousse. Yeah, it's all happening here today. Please come back, Cam. All is forgiven.
This is my big wave and my little wave.
Oh, it's a little
Big
one.
wave and a little wave. See, the trouble is that we don't have a camera on you, so everything you do I have to repeat so people don't think I'm laughing. It just, no.
I could do the rubbish version of the capture for sign language.
I see, is that what you're doing?
Yeah. No,
We're Simon captioning, it's not closed captioning.
yeah.
Simon captioning.
Except
I like
my
it.
version, nobody understands.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Not if you've written it, they don't say.
Communication generally isn't great, is it, for me?
Oh, bless him.
Mo
We'll
said, I've
forgive.
just pictured a moose in a boat. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think we're all having that mental image at the moment.
Absolutely. Right, you've got a bit of mousse now on your wipe. This can be, if I take a little bit of this navy, you can just rub this over your cardstock as well.
Once it's dried, you'll just get that sheen on there.
So you'll have the sheen on your cardstock. So don't waste it. Nothing is wasted in this place,
or you
is
can
there?
leave your wet wipe to dry and then you can die cut out of
Yes.
it. Do you want another one? I've got you another one in case you wanted to.
No, I think I'm
You
fine.
okay?
I'm all right. Oh, there's a little bit there. Give that a little wipe. There we go. Nice and clean. So, Are you okay?
Yeah, we're all good here.
Yeah? So we'll start sticking these. We're going to go from the top first. So I had one of the waists in navy on the top, I think. So we'll go with that. Come down a little bit of glue. Oh,
That's not a good one though.
I think it just needs shaking down.
There you go. I'll trade you with this one.
Okay. I'll stand that one on this end. There we go. Thank you very much. So a little bit on the top of the waves and then a piece along the bottom. Any waste on this then can be trimmed off later, which is the reason I haven't stuck the outer edge on yet, because that is going to come afterwards, and then when I stick that on I can trim all these bits around the edge. So then we'll have two of the navy waves. These are again the waist. There we are. Let me try and find them both. And if you overlap, it almost looks like they're one thing, because you can cover that join then.
Yeah, I don't know, was the cut list put onto the craft room? I'm not sure.
Is it up there?
I don't know if it's on the landing page.
I
of
know
the
we
kit.
went out as an email, didn't I?
Yeah, so Isla has joined us and said that she didn't get the cutting email, so can we resend it to you? We'll just have a look and see if it is on the website, but if not, yeah, if you email Simon, we'll get that emailed out to you.
There we are. Just cut off any excess down the bottom. And then this will just overlap slightly. So again, plenty of glue on the bottom, a little bit on the top. Don't have to put it on the top, because you could slot in little fish. You could pop a little crab in, lots of little bits and bobs. And then the base then, I'm going to pop the smaller of the waves going in the opposite direction. There we are. And we'll overlap this one as well. Oops. There we go. Are you all using these fine tip nozzles at the moment?
A couple of people have said they use them with their drops. I've seen a couple of people
They
saying they do
are
that.
amazing. There we go. So we leave that to dry for a second. Bring in the top one. And we're going to go the opposite, because I'm imagining now that this is under the sea and the second one then is above the sea. So we're going to go a little bit different. So I'm going to go with a bigger wave there. And obviously you go with what you've got cut. What have I got here? I think I've got a variety of things cut.
Yeah, if you can hear the warehouse noise, I do apologise. I don't know what they've just had delivered, but something huge just arrived with the sounds of it.
Lots delivered by the sound of things. There we are. We'll have a navy there. We'll go with the denim on top. And then I'll have the smaller waves on the top. Okay, imagine now though you're going in reverse with this one. So think about how and where you want to start. So I'm going to put those for placement. And then I'm going to start with the other one and slot it underneath.
So it's a kind of guideline.
Yeah, so they can come away now because I know roughly where I'm going. Where's the other one? Did I have another one?
Up there.
Oh,
here it is.
Is that it? Yeah.
So Mo is saying that some texture paste with tan blended in with sand would be lovely. Yes.
Now, if I bring in this card, look how, if I put it on the front, that is mousse on there, but look how thick that mousse is.
Yeah, with that one I just kind of slapped it on with the spatula.
That is
To,
gorgeous.
Texture it, basically.
Absolutely gorgeous.
That's a technical term. It was
Yes.
slapped on.
Slapped on.
Slapped on, yeah.
There we go. I know what you were doing, and I don't think I would have left. Oh no, that wasn't what I was thinking.
Just a bit of a slap, yeah.
I was kind of thinking more of that. A bit of a Benny Hill slap.
I was trying to get Sam to do the tap your head and touch it, and then
Oh, that's
took a while.
no.
It's very hard to do.
I can't be doing that. That's me done for. So these are going in the opposite direction. We'll have that one. No, it's that one. Once you've got the mousse on, it's hard to see whether they are the navy or whether they are the denim blue. There we go. So there's that one there.
It's a very rough sea, this.
Absolutely, absolutely. This one goes in different directions as well.
Oof.
And we
You would not
have...
want to be on a boat on that sea then.
Oh, I'd be very ill on that. I'm not a good sea traveller at all. There we are. So there's our last one.
Your actor is joining us as well. Welcome on in.
Hello.
Nice to have you here with us. Regina is saying some stone drops would be nice. Yes, stone drops
Yes.
are definitely what would come to mind if
Absolutely.
I was looking for a beachy texture.
Absolutely. Right, so now that we've done that, we can pop on our outer edge.
I quite like watering down stone drops as well and using it as a wash
Yes.
in the background of things.
Perfect
again,
for a beach, mind, isn't it?
On sort of the little island piece, you could
Yes,
wash
you
some of
could.
that on.
You could. I like adding lots of texture though.
Mm.
I don't do it enough.
Stone drops make it nice and easy though.
They do. Even if you've got a stencil though,
Mm-hmm.
you could use your stone drops because they're positional, aren't they? You know, you just squeeze your bottle and you know they're going to go to the right place. If you want to put different colours on,
Yep.
they're going to be in the perfect place. Okay, so there's our outer edge. And we'll leave it dry for a sec while we do the other one. And then we can trim off those waves then. I think what I will do then, I will do the jute.
Mm-hmm. Give
So
everything a second to dry.
yes. And then the rest then is decoration.
Yep.
You know, if you were doing flowers, these could be grass
Mm-hmm.
with a little tree in the corner. Very pretty. I think children would love making these as well.
Yes, absolutely. Like you help cut some of the pieces for them and just
Yeah.
gave them an assortment of pieces to make their own scenes with.
That long Christmas holiday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There
Make
we
something
go.
that isn't festive.
Yes.
Ready for the new year.
Yes, because you do feel a bit Christmased out, don't you?
By that point, generally,
By
yes.
the end. You've eaten too much cake.
Too many mince pies.
How can I have too many mince pies?
I don't know. I've not reached that point yet.
Not me. There we go. So trim around the edge. If you don't get it perfect, don't worry about it. I'm going to go from the opposite side just so I can get a little bit closer.
As Regina was saying, she's never thought to add water to stone drops. She's going to give that a try. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what projects I've used it on. So I used it on that little enchanted cottage.
Yes.
I painted the outside of that to give it kind of a stone texture.
Yeah, you did. You
What
did.
else have I done on recently? Anytime I need to do anything that is stone, basically, drag some of that out. It's
There
just
we
a
go.
nice, easy texture to add.
So there we are. That is the start of our diorama. So we have nice calm on top, everything a little bit harsher underneath the sea. So, right, let me turn on my glue gun. If you haven't got a glue gun, you could use a silicone glue or something to pop this on around the edge. So basically what we're going to do, some spare foam pads, we're going to find a middle point, make a loop, cross it over, and then we're going to glue around. So what I would say to you is try and find a central point. So line your circles and then decide your central point, because you want it to start at the top, cross in the middle, and then come down to the base. So you could even put a little pen mark. I haven't got a pen, but I do have a pokey tool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my lines on here and line everything up. So I'm going to mark the top, and I'm using the dark line in the centre. So we've got another one there, and make sure they're all straight. Another one there, and another one at the bottom. So I know roughly now when I'm starting, when I'm stopping, when I'm crossing over. So how do we make this twine? This is an old
rope, doesn't it?
It does look like rope. So what I used was obviously our twine. So let's cut a little bit off. So I folded it in half. I used about 4 meters. I can only tell you roughly because it was kind of a measure like that, and there was 4 of them. And I haven't got very long arms, but if you've got a little bit extra, it's not going to make any difference. So fold it in half, then you fold it in half again. Now that I wrapped around the door handle, but I don't have a door handle here. So this is going to be, you won't want it around your finger, it might go tight.
Okay.
So if you hold that,
yeah.
So make sure you've got your 2 bits of twine and you just twist. Did I have 2? I'm looking at this now and doubting myself.
I think that's right.
No, because this is going to go in half again. So it's that. So it is just 4 meters and you just twist. Because I got 4 on the end. So that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Keep twisting until it almost starts twisting back on itself. This is something, my mother was a knitter and she used to make twines for hats, you know, where you tie bonnets on and things. She'd make belts like this.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Right, so now we're going to slide this off here. There we are. Can you see it wants to curl on itself? Take it off. Hold the both ends. Bring them together. And then just let them go. You may get a little bit that will slide back on itself, but that is how you create your little rope. Tie a knot at each end, and that stops it unraveling. And there is your rope.
Nice.
And obviously because I had 4 meters, this is what you get. So find your middle. So there's my length of string and I've got my middle there. So now I want to cross them over. And that is where I'm going to start gluing. This is my little loop for hanging. And then we're going to start moving around. Did I turn it on?
Have you got it on at the plug?
Oh, that's the bit I haven't done, isn't it? Yeah, no.
Next one along. Not that one. Next one. This way.
That one is that one.
That one.
Do you know what? I've turned everyone on. Give me a second now.
Let's have a look where we've got.
Because see, I'm not very good with these electrical things, can I?
So Mo is saying they tried the Lady Liberty stone drops with the clocks and cog stencil. It's quite liquid and it mushed under. So I would, instead of scraping it, I would kind of either sponge it or actually draw it in with the nozzle into the stencil, and then just lightly scrape the surface off to level it off, or even don't, just leave it textured. Because yes, they are quite liquidy in and amongst all of the texture.
Yeah. I find that I'm not a very clean stenciler, and I tend to use a sponge, because that way I can just go straight down from the top.
Yeah,
you're not going
and moving the product.
No,
that's my
where I
struggle as well. Mo is also saying that the stone drops were great on the sweet sorbet set, and it looked like frosting. Yes,
it did.
Or like sugared sprinkled into something.
Oh, lovely. But it's just when you run your fingers over the top, isn't it?
Yep. Our Vicky is here. She says she adores this product. It's beautiful, isn't it? Al always comes up with lovely ideas.
Oh, bless you.
3D
hope you're
projects.
feeling better, Vic.
Yeah, I hope you are feeling better.
Get well soon, sweetheart.
Mo's saying she's going to try sponges to give that a go. Does Tonic make a glue gun? Yes, but it is only in the UK currently.
Yes, it is.
Christina says, lucky this isn't a Zoom call. Her string just ended up in an almighty knot.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It will not, but just smooth it along and all those little bits will come out.
It should kind of move back together how it's meant to be.
Yes, it will.
And just, employ an assistant if needs be to help straighten it out a bit.
Absolutely. Or a door handle.
Yes.
Back of a chair. Because you're going to cut the end anyway. So even if it's, your back piece on a chair, you can use that as well. Right. Are we nearly ready? Yes, we are. So, my first bit is a little bit of glue where I am going to cross over these two. And then I'm going to start at the top of my project. So where I made that little mark, that is where my crossover is going to go. And then a little bit of glue there. And then just keep working around. Oh, if I bring it in.
No cutting today.
No cutting. No cutting. There we are. Take it easy though. Just pop a little bit of glue. I am a bit of a messy gluer, I will be honest.
It's okay. That's what all the decoration's for. Covers it up.
Of course it does. Of course it does. Any bit that you think, these are the butterflies, that's where the shells and things are for.
Yeah, so the shells are going to go. Little fish.
Bring it around.
Palm tree if needs be.
Depends how big the area is, doesn't it? If you need a big palm tree. There we are. A little bit more glue. There we are. It does take a little while, but just take your time and carry on.
Mo is saying that at least Christine hasn't managed to tie herself up.
Oh, bless.
That's always a good start, yeah.
Right, so we're coming back now almost to that mark that I made at the bottom. And now we're going to start on the other side. So a little bit more glue around the edge.
Around the outside?
Around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Geordie's the one for the glue gun. I'm not as adept with a glue gun, shall I say. I don't mind a little glue gun, but I mean, Geordie used to use the great big DIY glue guns. I'd have no fingers left by the end of that. I would have burnt them. She used to keep it in an old tin, and this tin went everywhere.
You never know when you're going to need to bust out the hot glue gun though.
Oh, absolutely. We use them quite a lot now, don't we?
So we have a Facebook user joining us, so welcome on
Hello.
in. For those of you that are just joining us, Alan is putting together a lovely little seaside diorama using our current craft kit, the Tonic Craft Kit. This is kit number 61, I want to say.
Yes, I
Message
believe
in
it
a
is.
bottle.
I believe it is. So that is our top layer. So now we're going to start with the bottom layer. So find your top piece, put some glue going around from that. And this one is a little bit trickier because obviously you're attached now and you've got a bigger project to move.
So you need 7 hands.
Yes, so I'm going to do this while it's flat. So just keep bringing it around. You may find I've got a little bit of glue on the table after, but that won't be an issue.
The joy of a glass mat, it just pops right off.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, come down to the bottom, keep it going until you get to your mark at the base, and then you can stop. Then we do the same on the opposite side. There we are. God, I feel as though I should have my tongue hanging out here.
Full
The
concentration moment.
concentration. There we go.
At least Simon is being nice and he's not showing your face in full concentration mode. He's being good.
There we are. So we're at the bottom again now. And you can overlap at the bottom. I obviously didn't have my central point quite right, and I think I've moved you. But you can take your time a little bit longer than me.
So Christine is saying she's definitely done something wrong with the string. She's only got one end. Can she rewatch this later? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So this will be on Facebook or on YouTube. It will live there permanently. I noticed actually YouTube has changed ever so slightly recently. So if you are wanting to look back on one of our live videos, if you go into videos and then slightly further along the top towards the right, there will actually be a tab that says lives, and they actually hide under there now. They're not listed under... Don't cut your knots off.
It's a little bit too long, so I'm
okay.
kind of thinking I'm going to move my knot up.
Fair enough.
So that's what I'm doing. And then only slightly.
Thank you, Simon.
There we are.
We're going to need a bigger shell.
We're going to need one as big as my head in a minute. There we are. Whoops. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to undo the other knot. And then I am going to feather the end slightly.
I'm just thinking that what Christine's saying, she's only end up with one end. You will only have one end. The other end will be the loop.
You'll have a loop for the other end. Should we do when I finish?
This is the bit you're untying here. So this is the loop.
This is what you'll have. You'll have one end that looks like that. That's all coiled, and you'll have another end that looks like that. So you'll have a loop and two ends.
And that's what you should end up with.
Let's bring this little one in. So you'll have that end, which is one, but when you cut it, which you're going to do, strap the end off. There we are. There will be 4 little bits in there, and you can pull these apart then to make them a little bit more frayed and thready, and almost like a rope then.
So it sounds like
I think you're
have done it right. Yeah.
I think you are right. But that is what you'll have. But we can show this again at the end. And the other side then, you're just going to cut it straight. And again, fray these and unravel them. Unravel. What word is that?
A new word.
Yes, I'm making up words now as we go along. And that would be your cord. But we'll do another one at the end, and we can show. Sorry.
That's right.
There we go. So we'll trim all those. Obviously then we'll unravel them. So there is where we are now. The rest, this is your basic make. The rest is your decision now where you put everything. So what have we got? We've got some shells. we've got some islands. That's what we're going to pop in, an island, isn't it? So we'll have an island up here. I think I'm going to chop a little bit off the island to make it a little bit shorter.
I like how the crab is just hanging out on the island on this one.
He's chilling. He's a really chilled crab, he is. There we go.
Sunbathing, that's why he's pink, is it?
Absolutely. He's been there far
a
too
good
long.
tan.
Then we'll have our palm tree, which is going to sit on the top with, there we are. There is your trunk of your palm tree.
So yeah, this is where you can start covering up if you've got any glue
Absolutely.
splodges that you want to cover.
Absolutely. There we go. So there's my palm tree ready to go on.
Yvonne is joining us from California. Welcome on in.
Hello.
Yvonne. Palm trees are probably part of your
Oh,
daily
lovely.
scenery. Not so much for us.
No, we don't have many around here. Tall Bay Mines has a lot of palm trees.
True.
Did you know that a palm tree isn't a trunk, it's a stem?
Is it really?
Yeah. It's an elongated stem.
Did you
Well,
just Google
thank you
that?
for
I did, because I
educating
knew it wasn't
me.
called a trunk, but I didn't know what it was called.
I love the fact you're honest, though, Si.
There we go.
And Sharon is saying that the island could also be a cloud. Yes, definitely.
Yes, it could. It's also the stones at the bottom of the sea. This is the big stone where everybody wants to hide.
Yeah.
So I've cut a couple of them. Turn them upside down if you want to. Either way.
I love that chat has gone back to food now. So apparently Christine talking about the knot has reminded Mo that they bought garlic knots.
Oh, lovely.
Yum, yum.
So then we've got some shells. Where should we pop our shells? Hang on, I got an outer edge for this one. So we'll glue these together.
And if you wanted to, you can add some mousse or some of the drops to some of these. If you
Yes.
want to give them that kind of pearly texture and shimmer.
We're going to add a little bit of embossing powder as well to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. So we can add this down here. And then we've got the other shell then. This comes in with a verso centre. So this can go in the middle. And I tell you what, I'm going to pop the glue gun on again for this one. Because it's going over the twine.
Covering your join.
Yes. Like I said, we cover all the bits we don't want anyone to see. Whether your glue was slipped or anything like that.
And isn't this why we have crystal drops?
Absolutely.
For the finger smudges on your stamped
Absolutely.
card.
That's
There goes a
why.
drop.
That is why butterflies were
absolutely.
invented.
If you find a butterfly in a die set, it's specifically
That's
for
what
that
it's there
purpose.
for. So we'll have a little bit to pop in there. There we are. And if your join is not exactly where you want it, or you're a little bit wonky, that's where that goes. What else have we got here? I'm just looking what we've got. Because I
I've got a
cut
couple
these
more bits in this
so
side as
far
well.
away. I popped bits of everything in. So we have, oh, look at this glitter card. Can you see the sheen in that? Oh my word. It is gorgeous. So this can go down there. This also has a verso edge, which means you can cut the holes in the centre there. So pretty. So we'll have another one of these.
So Mo is saying they love
Possibly there.
the clamshell. It's begging to have a pearl put in with
Oh,
nuvo drops.
isn't it just?
Definitely.
Isn't it just? And then, oh, these little fish I love. Look at these teeny tiny little fish. Look at that. They will just jump out of your waves. That's what I feel about these. They should be tucked in the waves. And let's pop it in there. In with the clamp. There we go. We'll have a couple of these. Little shoaler fish making its way to the top. Have another one
Is it?
here.
It's a salmon that leap. It is, isn't it? They,
Salmon, yeah.
They go leaping.
They do. They do.
So maybe you've got some salmon there.
Some escapees.
Yeah.
Got a little cream one. We can add this one in as well.
There you go. There's a couple more little shells down there
There
for
we
you.
are. Excellent. I've got a little starfish. We had a big starfish and now we've got a little one.
Mm-hmm.
So this one can go with the daddy there. We got a boat as well. We didn't put a boat on the last one.
No. So we
But-
did the dolphin on the last one.
We did, so I think we'll add the boat to this one. So this comes in 2 layers as well.
Let me see its flag from the top. Oh, I
Oh,
see
are
one.
we?
I've got one right here.
Have I chopped the flag off?
No, it comes out separately.
Oh, does it?
And there's the other sail as well.
Oh, excellent.
Isn't it handy to have a bag of assorted die-cut bits?
Absolutely it is.
There we go.
Absolutely. So we saved a lot of these from when I was cutting them. So, you know, if you are having a session where you're cutting, keep everything.
Mhm.
Pop it all in that special place. Perhaps you've got a little drawer that you put all your bits and bobs in. There we go. So there's our little boat. So we'll sit him maybe in the waves actually, rather than on top. There we are. So he can tuck in there. He's looking at that island and thinking, I want to be over there.
Under that palm tree.
If you're wondering what the dolphin was like, there's our little dolphin as well. I mean, he could be in the waves just looking at the ship, couldn't he?
Could be.
We'll pop some, we got some greenery here. So we'll pop some of this in the bottom as well.
There's another little bit here if you need some more.
There we are. So this is coming up from that little island. I've got another one of those here. So I've kind of mix and match them to make, you know, you always have little frondy bits coming off them, don't you? So we'll have those there. Oh. Just put a bit more glue on there. And just tuck them in behind each other. I think they make a fabulous background. Got another one here.
These kinds of things are, you know, the bits that we always tend to remember in die sets as well, because you always need a little bit of greenery to go behind a flower or something.
You do. Or something the fish swim between.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. We'll tuck that one. Maybe into there. Oh, have I glued it down too well, possibly? Right. Now we'll add a couple more shells. Just bring in the colours now, wherever you fancy. Do you think then there's a little bit that needs more colour? We've got a lot of blue up there, so I'm thinking we need a little bit of colour up there. They can hide behind the shell there. Oh, we got the birds. Look, we got absolutely teeny tiny birds. Well, you can't go to the seaside and not have any birds
No,
there, I don't
definitely need a seagull or two chatting above your head,
There we are.
stealing your chips.
Absolutely.
Are there any chip dies in this?
You could
no.
make a chip
Yeah,
dye,
you probably
though.
could make a chip.
You can make a chip dye.
Eyeing up ice cream, I always find. If you're trying to have an ice cream, there's always just a seagull eyeballing you from a pillar somewhere. Are you done with that yet? Are you done with that yet?
I want it.
The haunted house from the Halloween set could maybe make an underwater castle for the fishes. Yes,
It could.
You could have them swimming in and out of the windows. That'd be
It
hilarious.
could.
I
So
like
there's
that.
our little birds. Oh, crab. We can't forget
Oh,
our
you've got to
crab.
put Mr. Krabs on, absolutely.
He's having his little sunbathe. So we'll pop him at the base of the tree there. What else should we put on? I got another fish.
I've got a couple more shells for you here. So we've
We'll
got a
tuck
couple of
in there.
So would these be conch shells, little round ones?
I love the conches. Oh, I got more fish here.
Oh, sparkly ones.
Yeah.
Glittery fish.
They've got to be
Very
goldfish,
tropical.
haven't they?
Yes.
They've got to be goldfish. The goldfish's daddy. There we are. We love that one, but there. I haven't got any pattern in my head. When I'm tucking all these in, there is no design in my head. I'm just thinking, right, what do we need here? What do we need there? I'm just going for it. Just keep going as well. Don't, I've stuck them down too well now. So fish can go on top. We'll have a couple of little starfish tucked behind there. I mean, I know a lot of you will know Mandy Taylor as well, Mandy Jane. She used to do a lot of mixed media stuff. And her thing was always, just keep going. Until you're happy with your design, just keep going. So we'll pop. Where should we go with that one? Up there, I think. Just keep adding until you think, okay, I've added enough there. And I'm fairly happy with that. I think we've possibly got enough. I'll tuck that one under the shell there. Do I need another one? We got a lot of that colour. We'll bring this one in, I think.
Mo is saying they'll use the kit to make their son's birthday card.
Oh, lovely.
And there's presents to wrap today too.
Nice. My last, I've got my sentiment and I got my sun. So what do we do with the sun? I'm going to move that out of the way a bit. And I'm going to bring in...
Is that glue gun still on? The hot glue?
Possibly. Yes. Yes, it is.
I can just see it smoking out the corner of my eye. So
Smoke it.
we'll just turn that off. I think it was
Smoke
just
it.
touching the jute.
There we are. Let me get a piece of card.
Dory said just keep swimming, so that's perfect. For
Absolutely.
just keep adding.
Just keep going. So you keep adding as much as you want to your make until you're happy or you've filled every space and you can't put any more on. So I have got the little sun and I'm going to rub it along my embossing pad. I've got the larger version of the embossing powder you're going to have in your set. And I'm just going to pour that on top. Where did I do with my... Oh, pokey, that's what I'm after. So I'm going to move my cloud, I was going to say that, my sun. There we are. And I'm going to give it a couple of coats. So it may not cover on your first one, but keep going. Bit them all off now, haven't I? I've knocked a little bit off from my fingers.
That's fine, I think it adds to the texture.
But I'm going to add a little bit more. You could possibly emboss a little bit of card first before you cut your sun out. That will give a more even pattern.
Yep.
There we go. We'll tuck that in.
Mo is saying that Christine is going to need the crafting vodka later.
She's definitely going to need the crafting vodka. I think I'll need it after as well. There we are. Ooh. We'll give it one more coat, I think. And I think I'll be... Oh, I've missed a bit in the middle. Let's just set that.
It just does not want to go there.
There it is. No, he wasn't happy, was he? Oh, I've just scraped my doobly what's it across it now. There we are. We'll have one more lot. You can keep going with this until you're happy. It'll go lovely and shiny, almost like a tile. It's beautiful. There we are. Oh. Right, leave this. Do not put your fingers in it.
No.
I'm going to try very hard not to.
Apparently Regina is already on the crafting vodka.
Where's ours?
Yeah, we should have brought some down with us. I
There
think
we
every
are.
time we come down to do a live now, we should come prepared with crafting vodka.
We need some shot glasses, Simon.
Oh, some tonic shot glasses.
Just do like you do upstairs, just drink it out of a mug so no one knows.
Nice big tonic mug. I mean, they hold a substantial volume as well.
They
so-
certainly do. Right, I think I'm going to have... I've got a lot over there this time. Where am I going to put this?
Oh, that'd be nice.
I think I like it there.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on where you've got a little bit of a gap and where you feel happiest, but that's where I like my sentiment. And it says, there is no one I would rather sail through life with.
It's a lovely sentiment.
It
as
is a
well.
lovely sentiment. I'm going to scoot down to get some foam pads.
Ooh.
And then I think we'll pop the sun in place. Let's take my chair away. Doesn't make any difference whether I'm standing or sitting, does it? Same height. There we are. We'll pop a couple of foam pads on the back here. And I've embossed this again with the same embossing powder. And it is gorgeous.
It's
Be a bit-
beautiful.
Be a little bit more gentle and kind with your foam pads than I am. Because I haven't put many on. There we are. We'll go over there, off the edge a little bit quirky, and then my sunshine. And where do we want the sun? We can't have it burning the birds, so...
No, best not.
And that is your make for the day. I'm going to leave it flat because I think we've got it all in on the camera.
There we go.
How is your make coming along?
So Christine is saying she's going to have to finish hers off later when she's got to the bottom of the string problem. Currently string 1, Christine 0.
Shall we do the string again?
Yeah, if we do another quick
Let's do
look
another
at that,
quick string.
just so you can see how that works.
Okay, let's get another bit. Okay, so take your string, fold it in half, put it around a pencil, if you've got someone to hold a pencil, a pokey, a door handle, whatever is going to hold it, and just keep rolling in your fingers.
You see me rolling.
Rolling.
Exactly. Crafting. Sipping that crafting vodka.
Right, so take your end, put your hand in the middle,
I'm gonna yank this off here.
bring the ends roughly together.
Okay.
You can still do that when it's on the door, mine. Let go and it will just twist around each other. If you've overwound it, then you may find that it twists in a strange way. So it may be that you've overwound it. And then tie your ends together on both ends. There we go. And there's your string. And that can be used for so many things. So
To
many.
make your own rope, you can use that for lots of different...
You know, you could coil this and pop it on as a decoration somewhere. Could put that actually, looking at this.
At the top.
You could make a little, oh, what am I thinking? A shamrock type thing on the top, couldn't you? If you had it a little bit longer than that, you could bring it down as a shamrock.
Good do.
So lots of fun to be had there. Hope you've enjoyed anyway. Hope we've shown you a couple of little things that you may not have thought of. I mean, you've given us some ideas as well.
Definitely.
You've shared a lot in the group. I'm looking for the lid for this. That's when we glancing around.
Oh, it surrounds it. Maybe under the embossing powder sheet. Yeah,
There it is.
There it is. So this kit is still available. This one is available until the 18th of November. I think Cam turns off at 4, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, probably.
Everything happens at 4 in this place, either 4 or 9. So probably 4 for that one. So if you do want to get hold of this kit, you've got a couple of days left to go and grab that. We do still have one-off kits available both in the UK and the US. So if you want to just get this one kit, in the UK that'll be £34.99 for you, and in the US that's $39.99. If you want to subscribe, if you were to subscribe to the kit now, it would be this kit that you would receive as your first kit. Monthly then in the UK your subscription is $29.99, and in the US it's $32.99. Or you can subscribe quarterly, and I always think this would make a lovely gift for the crafter in your life. We are coming up to that time of year when gifting becomes...
But that would hang on the wall in your craft room,
yes.
and I think that would look delightful.
It really would. It really would.
really think
Even if
it
you
would.
made it as a present for someone, it would be
Got
gorgeous.
to have that on there.
Aww. So your quarterly subscription in the UK is £89.97, and in the US it's $97.97. But of course it's not just the craft kit you're going to get. If you are a subscriber, not only do you get your kit coming through the door for you every single month, but you also have your TCK discount on the website, so it's an extra 10% off everything else on the website, including all of the weekly deals and bundles that we have. We often have subscriber special deals and discounts. That's something that we've been adding on a lot recently, where you get an extra big discount on some bundles that we put together. So well worth subscribing and joining us on the craft kit journey if that's something that you're interested in.
It's always enjoyable, isn't it? A journey. Look, I can't stop adding now.
She's still going. She's still crafting.
I'm still going.
Love it.
There we are.
Regina is saying, great job, Simon. Cam didn't need to rescue you at all. So well done for crafty Simon.
It's fine.
Yep.
Oh, bless him.
The instructions said 6 meters. Oh, okay. Maybe it was 6.
Did it say 6? Ooh, okay.
I don't know. There was a lot of nose to hand going on in the craft room.
So or like a proper metric meter.
It was just
it was a rough. It really was. I'll show you what I was doing. Took a length. Oh,
I love this measuring.
It kind of went from there to there, and that was it.
That's a meter apparently. So
I don't know. How long are these mats, Simon?
It's got measurements on the main bit.
So it's 42
Hang on then.
centimeters.
So that is 42. We go from there. 42.84. It's a bit less.
Just under a meter.
So if you've got a bit more, you can just tie the knot a bit
Well,
closer.
yeah. Or you have longer strings at the bottom. You can trim them off after. You can have a bigger loop at the top. Lots you can do. Lots.
Just see if there was any other questions before we disappear. I don't think so. So Beth is on the twine step. There we go. So yeah, if you are crafting along, if you have missed anything, like I said, this will be available for you. So either on Facebook, you'll be able to go back and look at it there, or on YouTube. I think it stays on Twitch for 7 days as well. If you're watching us over on Twitch, you do still have the video on demand over there as well. Thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed this craft along. If you have a go, do pop it in the group. We'd love to see.
I'd love to see what you make.
Tag us. So either on the official Facebook group over on Facebook, or you can also tag us on Instagram or Twitter. We are at Tonic Studios across social media, or you can use the hashtag ShowTonic as well. I hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, give us a like, give us a thumbs up everywhere you can. Share it with your crafty friends. Get them on over, joining the Tonic community. We'd love to have them as part of our little crafty family. And we hope to see you again very soon. Happy crafting.
Bye.